Hey, everybody. It's Dangerous Doug Harper. Welcome to another great episode of Lunch with Doug. I hope you're enjoying your lunchtime or your dinner or whatever you're doing right now while you're listening. Today's episode is Love Local, Shop Local. It's a lot of excitement, and things are going on. There's good buzz on things we've been talking about on making every Saturday Shop Small Saturday. So we're going to talk about this on today's episode of Lunch with Doug. Hey, before we get started today on the Lunch with Doug show, I want to thank our newest sponsor, the Coffeecade in Peculiar, Missouri. Go check them out right there off of I-49 at the exit where Flying J's is. This episode of Lunch with Doug is distributed by Anchor.fm, powered by Cricket Wireless Mobile Data. Taste is quenched by Delaney Vineyard and Winery, and sponsored by the Second Edition Shop and Bell's Boutique at 500 East Cherry Street in Nevada, Missouri. The Vernon County Movers in Storage, 417-549-6019 or VernonCountyMovers.com. The Harry Frog Graphics at 150 North Commercial Street, 417-381-1077. The Brick Wall Bistro, 127 East Cherry Street, and on DoorDash. Verco Apparel at 112 North Cedar Street on the Nevada Square. The Woodshed Music, 129 North Main Street, Nevada, Missouri. Bella's Street Tacos, Bella's Concessions Food Truck, find them on Facebook. In-Home Solutions, Home and Personal Care Services at 417-414-4877 or online at www.swmohomecare.com. I'm your host, Dangerous Doug Harper. Thank you for spending your lunchtime with me. All right, folks, I'm going to try to not get too long today because I like to keep the episodes short and sweet, but I might get just a little longer than usual. Just a warning, But you can always come back and listen to the rest if you have to go. Pause, come back. All right. So what is let's start with Shop Small Business Saturday. What that is that was a movement because there's lots of brick and mortar stores that are like small local owned stores, okay? And sometimes, in the small world, because of the giant corporate America, it's hard to get people to those stores sometimes and get them to know what's going on there in your small business, or there's small businesses that people don't even know. I mean, it's this podcast. You don't think about my friends locally, don't think about Doug's little podcast being a business, but just like anything, you have to pay taxes and things on your business, and it is a business. I mean, my podcast is part of something else I do, a greater thing, but is one of the products and services, or services in my case, that I offer through my small business. But do I have a store so people don't see me? I don't have a huge, billboards or anything like that, gigantic billboards around town. It's nothing very visible. You come to Nevada, you don't really see Lunch with Doug everywhere. You hear about it, and if you're in if you're in our little world, you probably hear about it because you're listening. So anyway, that all said, supporting local owned businesses is an important part of growing the economy and keeping tax dollars within the local economy, not just here in my town, Nevada, but this is something that's everywhere. So every dollar spent at a locally owned business has a ripple effect throughout that community. It helps create jobs, helps support other local businesses, and can even attract tourism. Shopping and dining at local establishments keeps money in your neighborhood, which means that more people can benefit from the goods and services offered by the small business in that area. This in turn strengthens the local economy, I should say, encourages entrepreneurship, helps maintain a thriving economy overall. Therefore, supporting local owned businesses not only benefits the entrepreneurs behind them, but those also living in the community that rely on economy generated by these businesses. Okay, that was a bunch of kind of like legal jargon, as I would call it, but that's the best wording. I had to write that down and read that, so that's what I was going for. I would not have been so eloquently be able to say that without some pre-thought. So, okay. So that said, in the scheme of things, there's a big argument between like, oh well, I can't if you're supporting local businesses, you don't go support Amazon or don't go to Walmart, these kind of things. There's a great big picture. All these things are needed in the big overall economy, and that's what this says, the thriving economy overall. That's what it's talking about. But the important thing is that the small businesses, that by hitting them, thinking local first, so to speak, as I like to say, that generates some stuff in your immediate area. You affect your immediate area in a way, and that enables. That's the big word. By shopping local first, thinking local first, you are enabling your local economy to then be able to support the greater economy overall. So it all starts local. It's like if you don't fix your roads in your hometown, people don't want to drive through your city. They'll go to the next place because there's better roads. The big picture is they're traveling through, but then they're like, oh, that's that town that has a crap road, so we're not going to drive through that town. We're going to drive past that town and go through the town that has the goods roads. You know what I'm saying? In theory, we're going to drive through Carthage instead of Nevada because Carthage is pretty and Nevada is ugly. Not really. Nevada's not ugly, but you get what I'm saying. That was just a quick hypothetical way of thinking there. I could attest to traveling in Iowa, and overall in Iowa, I think the roads are terrible because the state highways are terrible. So I think if I was traveling and I could not go through the Iowa because I just presume that they're all terrible because most of them are. I know there's some great white way that's beautiful up there, but so I'm pretty safe. If I can go not through Iowa, sure, I'll go somewhere else. So Iowa, get your shit together. That's your memory you left in my mind on all the times I traveled through Iowa. So your highways absolutely suck. Maybe they've changed. I haven't been there in a while. So anyway, I'm off my soapbox. You get the idea though. All right. So how to shop small business Saturday. It was a movement from American Express, the credit cards, because they wanted to support a way to, um, you know, express their deep care about the communities and the small businesses, the core of every neighborhood. And now I'm going to read from their page the beginning of About Shop Small. The logos say Shop Small, that's their thing. And they have a 1 day a year. That's their Small Business Saturday. American Express cares deeply about communities and believes small businesses are the core of every neighborhood. That's why, in the midst of the recession of 2010, it's been a few years ago, we created Small Business Saturday on the Saturday after Thanksgiving to encourage people to shop small and bring more holiday shopping to the small businesses. So they were helping their people because, I mean, credit cards are everywhere. They're using them, and they want people to, use our card, spend local, get some money out there. This is carried on. This is now it's an every year thing. Small Business Saturday, again, the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So you got Black Friday, the Friday after Thanksgiving. Then you got Small Business Saturday, the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and then of course Cyber Monday on Monday. Okay, so lots going on there, huh? What a weekend for spending. So they did Small Business Saturday, and that's the Saturday that they celebrate and they promote. Okay, but the idea of shopping small doesn't end with just 1 day a year. So my proposal recently, I threw out a thing on the Facebook, Shop Small Saturday. Let's make every Saturday Shop Small Saturday. Of course, I tagged support our small businesses, and I put my their logo on my shirt, the Shop Small logo, showing support for that day, where this whole idea comes from. And then, of course, tagged it with lunchrwithdoug.com. So here you are now at the lunchrwithdoug.com podcast. listening about this idea. So we're going to do it in Nevada, my hometown, of course. So we're trying to make the idea. The first thing is think local first, shop small Saturday. So just start to spend money at these small, locally owned stores Saturday. Make an effort this Saturday. Go find one, buy something there. They say, there's another project out there. They say that if you take 3 local businesses, each person does this, 3 local businesses, spends $50 a month there. It's money you're going to spend anyway, but you just make a deliberate effort to spend that money, those 3 places, that will completely change your local economy. Okay? It changes things. And what happens when you spend with these local businesses, they can actually upgrade. People think, oh, there's nothing going on. I want more stores. I want more restaurant options, all these things. If you want more dining options, what you have to do that, think about this. McDonald's comes to town. McDonald's builds a small McDonald's in a small town. Everybody goes crazy about that McDonald's. Spins. What's McDonald's do? Oh, well, we need more space because we have more customers. So they make a upgrade and they make a larger McDonald's, or they move to a new location and build a newer store somewhere else in town, or they build a second store. So there's more options for people to seat. But the getting there is the fact that their seats are all full. They're not going to build a bigger building until the seats are all full. That just doesn't make sense. So with a small business, you're looking at the people that are investing in your town. They already have vested interest in your town. They have a store there. They'll start another store or something different, another business altogether. They will reinvest in your town as long as they are growing in this industry. Does that make sense? So you want more restaurants, you got to support the people who have restaurants in your town. So, i.e., case in point, somebody who owns a place like, say, 54 in Nevada, they will build something else if, the time is right and it makes sense, Once it keeps continuing to go, it will continue to go. They'll do something else. They'll remodel maybe another store that they have in town. Who knows? Maybe they have to. I don't know. You get what I'm saying. I think you do. Yeah, you do. I can see it in your eyes right here through the podcast. So let's do this. Let's think local first every Saturday. Let's just make an effort. I'm going to start doing it. You should start doing it wherever you're at. If you're in Nevada, do it in Nevada. If you're somewhere else, support the businesses that are in your town or in your county, adjacent right there. The word shop local is local. There's local, state local. There's, county local. You should start city local first, county local, think local that way. Okay, you get the idea. Let's do it Saturday, folks. Spend some money. Let's find our 3 favorite, not necessarily our 3 favorite, but let's find 3 businesses that are in our local economy. Let's spend $50 each of those. Let's change this. Then the next thing we want to do is then start doing some events that involve these things. And there are some things going on Saturdays already that maybe don't have this little picture attached to them, but the idea is there. Doesn't have to say shop small, folks. It just has to be shop small. So we'll put something together coming up maybe on Saturdays in Nevada for a series through the maybe late spring and through the summer on Saturdays. So some things are happening, or if there's already something going on, maybe we can grab onto those events that are pre-existing and just amplify their success. Okay, that's the first phase of Shop Small Saturday. Let's make every Saturday Shop Small Saturday, folks. Think local first. This episode of Lunch with Doug is distributed by Anchor.fm, powered by Cricket Wireless Mobile Data. Taste is quenched by Delaney Vineyard and Winery, and sponsored by the Second Edition Shop and Bell's Boutique at 500 East Cherry Street in Nevada, Missouri. The Vernon County Movers in Storage, 417-549-6019 or VernonCountyMovers.com. The Harry Frog Graphics at 150 North Commercial Street, 417-381-1077. The Brick Wall Bistro, 127 East Cherry Street, and on DoorDash. Verco Apparel at 112 North Cedar Street on the Nevada Square. The Woodshed Music, 129 North Main Street, Nevada, Missouri. Bella's Street Tacos, Bella's Concessions Food Truck, find them on Facebook. In-Home Solutions, home and personal care services at 417-414-4877 or online at www.swmohomecare.com.